Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I praise him for his son, Yeshua, the Savior of the house of Israel. 10,000 and over. I know he has never lost to anyone or anything. Yeshua's undefeated.
They beat him on the road to Gethsemane. He was our savior, but they treated him like an enemy. Hands locked for his garments, couldn't break his extremities. As it was written in the Psalms and the prophecies. Yeah, they dragged him through the city, gave him a thorn for crime. Mocked him and laughed at him, tried breaking him down, but he pushed him in pain. He didn't make a mumbling sound. Some whipped him so bad his blood saturated the ground. Then he was nailed to a tree, they stretched out both of his hands. His side was open, that's where the soldier weapon was rammed. At any time he could have called down a legion to kill him. Just to hop up out the chariots and murder them niggas. Darkness filled the skies, then the earth shook in its pain. The temple veil was torn, it was ripped into twain. Roman soldiers were trembling, gripping their weapons in shame. Still nobody understood the power contained in his name. He said it was finished, took his last breath, gave up the ghost and proceeded to go down in death. Even the tomb knew Yahweh wasn't done yet. He knew his purpose and he played it like a clarinet. U-N-D-E-F-E-A-T-E-D, Yeshua undefeated. U-N-D-E-F-E-A-T-E-D, Yeshua undefeated. They laid him in Joseph borrowed tomb and filled up the grave. The laws patrolled 24/7, sure that he stayed. The guilty scattered like roaches when they running from raid. Afraid of the words he spoke and the promises made. 3 days the world was in silence, our people overwhelmed with doubt. Hell threw a party thinking they can count him out. Demon laugh and dance as they scream and shout. He who laughs the loudest line and drew the crowd. Way deep in the depths, he shattered the chains, took the keys from Satan, and he broke the restraints. Death had to yield, and all of his power was drained. Now every knee got to bow at the sound of his name. U-N-D-E-F-E-A-T-E-D, Yeshua undefeated. U-N-D-E-F-E-A-T-E-D, Yeshua undefeated. U-N-D-E-F-E-A-T-E-D, Yeshua undefeated. U-N-D-E-F-E-A-T-E-D, Yeshua undefeated.
A lot of people got the Messiah, the Master coming back as this guy who's going to love everybody and rapture everybody off of heaven. That's not true. That's not the teaching of the Bible.
Abraham,
I always say, that he does judge and make
All praises to the Father and His Son, the creator of the universe. Yeah, the giver of the laws and commandments, crucified for the sins of the whole earth. But y'all don't pay him no mind, y'all don't pay him no homage. I ain't tripping on him, y'all don't love him. Y'all too busy worshiping other guys, Christmas, Easter, Valentine, yeah, y'all love sin. And these taxes ain't no help, they done closed up the doors to the kingdom. Matthew 23 and 13, tell me y'all some hypocrites, y'all ain't even getting in the kingdom. And that's real, I've been walking with the word, trying to get to know the word. Another word, I've been reading script. And come to find out, it's a different story when you understand the manuscript. It is false doctrines, all lies. Like going to heaven when we die. What else? Like eating catfish and pork rinds. That's abomination in the Lord's eyes. You gotta unlearn and relearn everything that you did learn about the Most High God of these scriptures, and you better do it before He return. Cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. Nah, kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to set the record straight. Come on, He coming back to pass judgment. Yeah, cause He ain't coming back to shake hands. He ain't kissing and hugging. No, He coming back to clear the controversy. He coming back to pass judgment. 7 trumpets, 7 vows. Right after Jacob see his trouble, it's coming. He said the whole world gon' bow. Whether you hate him or you love him, it's coming. Got a war, you ain't keeping his commandments, you gon' perish when he come back with his army and the sword. Judgment has been handed down to him from the Father, and the title has been given Lord of all lords. You've been worshiping in vain though, cause you don't really know him like you claim so. At the day of judgment, he gon' tell you he don't know you either. And to the lake of fires, where you gon' go? All you heathens and you Edomites. Yeah, Babylon gon' die that night. Talk a takeover, full overthrow. The man of sin, he gon' burn slow. What you know about blood up to the horse's bridle? He gon' call all the fowls of the earth to come feast on the dead bodies, laying every word. You can read it, you been sinning, you ain't gon' be spared. I've been reading, you should get prepared. Yeah, I've been reading, baby, you should be scared. If you thinking the Messiah is a white boy with blue eyes and blonde hair, that's deception at its highest. He gon' judge you with the highest when you kick against the laws and the commandments.
Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters. I hope I'm coming in loud and proud. Please give your brother a 100 in the chat if you hear me, if you can hear me. But I want to begin out saying all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God and His only begotten Son, Yeshua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Man, it feels good to be back in front of the family. All praises. I see them 100s. Appreciate that, Sister Tannis. Yeah, we in the building, brothers and sisters. We in the building. But look, let's get this thing kicked off because I don't want to go into Eliyahu class because I got to jump over there and be with him. So I got about an hour and 45 minutes. So it's gonna be it's gonna be many parts to this. But I got to get y'all caught up to speed because things is moving rapidly in the earth. So let me start this thing off with the title of the lesson, Lucifer Race, before and after the flood. Boy, I tell you what, all praise to the Most High for giving me the revelation on some things. Brothers and sisters, let me get you caught up to speed to what's going on in the earth. Now, I'm going to share my screen. Now, Lucifer Race is a medical term, but brothers and sisters, it's more meets the eye. So why, Mikael, is you saying before and after the flood? Well, when we go to before the flood, we know that the watchers, aka the fallen angels, in Genesis 6, they had relations with the daughters of men, and therefore their offspring were called Nephilim, what we call today giants. Then when you go to Matthew 24, it said, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be at the coming of the Son of Man. Lucifer Race is not an ingredient. Now, this is a lie. Because when we read on into this, you're going to see that it's a lie, brothers and sisters. And it says, Lucifer Race is not an ingredient, right? Let me highlight it for y'all, right? Listen to what he say. Lucifer Race is not an ingredient in any approved vaccines for human use. That's a lie, including the COVID-19 vaccines. It is, however, a common laboratory tool used in research and development of medical technologies and tests. Now, you see, it said it wasn't in the vaccines, right? Now, watch this. Read this part right here. Science, what that title say? In vaccine development and research. Y'all, Lucifer Race is a gene, right? Scientists use luciferase as a reporter gene in lab settings, primarily in animal studies and cell structures, to track biological process of non-invasively. Right now, it says tracking delivery systems in the early testing phases of mRNA vaccines. Now I got to get you caught up to speed on that because mRNA vaccines got everything to do with Lucifer Race. Okay? Now let's read this. Tracking delivery systems in early testing phases of mRNA vaccines, researchers attack the genetic instructions for producing Lucifer Race. Oh, wait a minute, Mikael. It is in the vaccines. Yes, brothers and sisters. Yes. Which is the enzyme that makes fireflies glow to the mRNA payload. This allowed them to visually confirm that the lipid nanoparticles, were successfully delivered the genetic material into the target cells. Okay, now let me switch screens. Let me get you over to this screen. It says, now I can't say these hard words, but this the part I want out of this right here. Uh, right here. We're gonna read this the part I want. It says while mRNA messenger RNA is a temporary single strand copy of a specific DNA segment, acting as a mobile message to carry those instructions from the DNA in the nucleus to the ribosomes in the whatever, all of that. Y'all can see it on your screen. I'll butcher those words, all right, because I'm bad at butchering words. So mRNA luciferase, this is a genetic marker. It's a code to target cells or to target the DNA of that host. And they put these in the vaccines. We go so now, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be at the coming of the Son of Man. So let me get this on the screen. Okay, are we all on one accord? Let me get my chat up here so I can see. I don't know what's going on. StreamYard tripping. There we go. All right. Now, are we all on one accord? What we just read. Do y'all understand what we just read? Okay. Do we understand? If we understand, just say hallelujah. All right, I see some yeses. All right, brother Winston French, shalom. Shadaria, shalom. Sister Tanner, shalom. I see y'all. Brother King, shalom. All right. We up in here. Okay, we good to go. So let me get this on the screen. Now, brothers and sisters, the question I ask you: did the offspring of the giants, was they all killed during the flood, or did some of them make it past the flood? If some of you think they made it past the flood, put a 1,000 in the chat. If some of you think they didn't make it past the flood, put a 200 in the chat. So let me get this on the screen. Uh-huh. And I'll check the chat just a second. Genesis 6. All right, brothers and sisters, let me share this. All right, we share. Now, this is Genesis chapter 6. This is the first encounter of heavenly DNA mixing with the human DNA, aka Lucifer race. This is the offspring of the giants and the watchers and the daughters of women, the daughters of men. These are the offspring that were called giants. These giants died off and became wicked spirits up on the earth. We're gonna read all of this. We're gonna read this in a minute. Everything's gonna make sense to you, and you're gonna see in part 2 when I bring it out how all of this lines up, brothers and sisters. Now watch this. It says, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. that the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. So they took the wives of who all they chose. This is the beginning or the birth of tampering with DNA. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he is also flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years old. All right. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, and the same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. And Yah saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And in it repented the Lord that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him in his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. So we're going to stop right there. So we see that this is the first time that the watchers or the heavenly angels came down and tampered with the DNA of human beings and made the offspring of the giants. This is the first encounter of Lucifer race, brothers and sisters. All right. All right. So we gonna understand when the Most High say he gonna separate the wheat from the tares. Just the way he separated Noah, the pure blood humans, from everybody else that was tampered with this DNA, you see they made it past the flood. But also this contaminated DNA, brothers and sisters, I'm here to tell you, it made it past the flood. And we finna read it. Oh, we finna read it. Look on your screen. The book of the giants. All this is out of the book of Enoch. All brothers and sisters, remember what we just read in Genesis 6. It's going to magnify the story times 1,000. And we're going to get to understand it. Now, watch this. The watchers are grieved over the sins of mankind. So, the watchers, the angels, was grieved over mankind, brothers and sisters. And they wanted to go down to correct man of his sinful nature. But something happened. Watch this. And okay, the watchers agreed over the sins of mankind and petitioned Yah to let them descend to the earth and to teach the sons of men righteousness and to rebuke them. God grants them petition. Aziel is sent to prepare the way of for the watcher. Aziel prepares the way, and the watchers descend, and they begin to teach them righteousness and justice. Enoch is chosen by the watchers to serve as a mediator between men and the watchers. Chapter 2. The daughters of men lust after the attractive watchers. So the lustful women of the daughters of men, brothers and sisters, they was lusting after the watchers. Uh-oh. And seduced them. Oh, and they seduced the watchers. Boy, woman's beauty is something, ain't it? Aziel, with Shemhaza help, instigates the fall of the 200 watchers and their followers. Boy, when them rascals got a taste of them heavenly women, boy, they went back up there and told them mother, hey man, look, y'all got to get down there and get y'all some of this. Uh-oh. This is the first tampering of the DNA. Now, let's keep reading. The watchers fall from their glorious nature and became bound to fleshly bodies, and the consequence of their joining sexually to flesh, they begin to reveal to their wives heavenly and earthly secrets. Oh, they were telling the secrets. They was pillow talking. They was pillow talking, brothers and sisters. Pillow talking. Now, let's keep reading. Chapter 3. The watchers have their own families with humans and also with animals and those that were defiled. So you remember what we read in Genesis 6, God said He's going to destroy both man and beast and the fowls of the air. Oh, so the Bible is matching what Enoch is giving account of. So let's read this again. The watchers have their own families with humans and also with animals, and those that were defiled by them give birth to giants. These giants began to grow to massive sizes and became full of greed and corruption. They killed many dragons, and the sons of Cain worshiped them for protecting them. The children of Cain are no longer able to sustain the giants with their offerings of vegetables and grain. So the giants turned on them and killed them and began to eat them. The right here. The giants developed a taste for blood and began eating. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. The giants developed a taste for blood and began eating any moving thing, including each other. The watchers teach some of the secrets that were appointed over to keep from the sons of men. The giants imitate the sins of their fathers and take for themselves wives and animal mates, and they begat Naphal and Elio. God, seeing all this wickedness, sends Enoch to declare to Shemzaza and the fallen watchers that they will be soon punished for causing the earth to be corrupted. So these fallen beings and their offspring begin to defile, they begin to eat humans, and they were also having relations with animals, right? So you see that now not only human DNA was tampered with, also the DNA of animals. So brothers and sisters, let me take you back down memory lane. You remember the half horse and half man and all these different beasts uh that had these beasts that have half human and half animal DNA? Well, the Bible here through Enoch is telling us these things are true. These things was up on the face of the earth, brothers and sisters. Let's keep reading. Okay, before I start. So check. So far what we read, what you think? There's some heavy information we read here. This is very heavy because when we go to Matthew 24 and deal with it, Lucifer Race after the flood, you're going to understand that this same DNA tampering is going on today. And a lot of these folks, as it was in the days of old, is walking around with Lucifer Race or Lucifer in the fallen angels DNA still in them. All right. I won't prove it. All right, chapter 4. Enoch is sent by the righteous watchers to rebuke the fallen watchers and to declare to them their doom. He comes to Aziel first and condemns him as a principal sinner amongst the fallen watchers. He then summons Mahaway to him and has him gather all the watchers for his message. Enoch enters the assembly of the fallen watchers and gives them the message of doom. They weep and lament and beg Enoch to present to Yah their petition for mercy and a second chance, to restore them to their former glory, and that their sons may have eternal life. They required a messenger to talk to Yah because God had since stopped talking to them after their transgressions. Enoch hears their case and tells them he will talk to Yah on their behalf. So these watchers sent Enoch, brothers and sisters, up, wanted Enoch to take a message to the Most High to grant them mercy on them and their children. Well, we know that didn't work out too well. Chapter 5. Enoch, having a written Enoch, having written the petition of the fallen watchers and discussing it with Yah, receives a vision from Yah as a response. And Enoch writes the vision for the fallen watchers in a book and gives the book to them. Enoch declares to them that they will not be forgiven and describes for them his ancient, his accent ascent into the presence of Yah, where he was given a message for them. Hold on, brothers and sisters. I gotta hold on. Bear with me. Uh, I'm still here, family. Just hold on. Okay, I'm back. All right. So Enoch is having a conversation. The Most High is giving Enoch a vision about the petition that the fallen angels have made, and we're in chapter 6. Enoch received from Yah an answer of the fallen watchers. He is told to tell them why they were not given permission to have sex, and what their punishment is because of it. And he foretells unto them the miserable doom and fate of the offspring of the fallen watchers, and foretells to them that they will become evil spirits and will not he have eternal life, but that their years will be no more than 500 years. After hearing this, the fallen watchers and their giant sons take up stones to throw at Enoch. But the holy watchers shield Enoch from their deadly blows and lift up Enoch into the heavens to escape their earthly wrath against Enoch the messenger. This is perhaps the first time that anyone ever attempt to kill the messenger. So these wicked rascals, after choosing Enoch to be a mediator between them and the earth beings, the humans, then right here in chapter 6, Enoch, they say Enoch write this petition to take back to the Most High on our behalf, so that he can he grant us mercy for us and our offspring. So Enoch comes back and give the message. These rascals try to kill Enoch. Like what? Boy, these fallen angels is something serious. But it gets worse. Now let's keep reading. Now, Hobabesh kidnaps another giant's wife. Now, this is finna get good. You're gonna understand what was going on in Genesis 6. Because when we read Genesis 6, brothers and sisters, it only takes us so far. All we know, fallen angels fell, had sex with the daughters of men, bare offspring called Nephilim, which are giants, and that's all we know. But now back we getting a backdrop on what really was going on and why the Most High sent the flood. All right. Hobabesh kidnaps another giant's wife and starts a war amongst the giants. And when the war was ending, one of Oyah's companions was killed by Mahawe, Mahawa, well, how you say it, Mahawe. And Uyah mourns with his father Shemzaza about his friend, and they curse Mahawe. And Mahawe defends himself, appealing to the words of his father Baraquel as justification. Oyah gets angry and attempts to kill Mahawe, but Gilgamesh and the other giants prevent Hoya, I guess that's how they say it, from doing so. And they ward off Oyah's murderous intention. This is where we learn about Gilgamesh slaying dragons or dinosaurs. Oh, so the dinosaurs is an offspring of the Watchers. They was mating with the animals and made these dinosaurs. So the dinosaurs was also killed during the flood, brothers and sisters. This is where we learn about Gilgamesh slaying dragons or dinosaurs or being a hero for a normal sized men of that time. So T-Rex and all of them creeping birds and all of this creation was the fall of the Watchers and their children. This offspring of animals was not from the Most High God. Because when we read the scriptures back in Genesis 6, if we would have kept reading, This is why the Most High said, you get 7 of my clean animals and get 2 of my unclean animals that ain't been tampered with their DNA. But everything else that they're tampered with, I'm going to kill it all. Now we understand, brothers and sisters. Oh, it makes so much sense. See, now we ain't got the white man's perspective. Now everything is coming clearer to us what was going on. Now, Gilgamesh has a dream. We're in chapter 8 in the book of the giants. Gilgamesh has a dream, but interpret it as indicating the giants will not be punished. The giants celebrate, but are entirely convinced. And subsequent to this, Oya and Heya having dreams of their own. They seek the interpretation of the dreams, but none of the giants can declare to them what the meaning of their dreams are. So the giants have Mahaway go to Enoch in the now they want to go back to Enoch after they try to kill him and eat him. Boy, the nerves of these clowns. Mahaway go to Enoch in order to learn from him the meaning of the dreams and to learn what the fate of the giants will be. Mahaway flies to Enoch, and Enoch greets Mahaway, and Mahaway explains why he came, and Enoch proceeds to give Mahaway the answer, and he writes it down in a tablet and gives a second tablet as well to my highway intended for Shemzaza and the Watchers, and he sends my highway back to the giants with the 2 tablets. Chapter 9. My highway flies back to the giants and the 2 tablets, and Mahaway tells them of his journey to Enoch, and Enoch saving his life, and tells them that Enoch had given him 2 tablets and revealed everything that he wanted to know from him. The first tablet is read. The giants discussed the contents of the first tablet after it was finished being read and realized they are doomed, and they lament over their miserable fate. And then have the second tablet read. Enoch tells Shemhaza, he's one of the great fallen angels, that he and other fallen watchers will soon be bound, but that the giants should repent and pray, for they still have a chance to benefit from reformation of their lives. They got a chance. Let's see. Shemhaza urges his 2 sons, Oya and Haya, to reform their lives in hopes that they will be yet given mercy. Oya and Haya listen to the advice of Shemzaza and attempt to convince the giants to reform themselves, teaching them through proverbs where true success is found. The giants seek to reform their lives. Enoch is sent to declare to the watchers that within 120 years, so that's what we read about in Genesis 6, that he gave man. Giants was also like men. They just giant men. This is why he said he gonna give them he shortened man days down to 120 years. So we get an understanding what this 120 years is actually saying. So let's read that again. Let's pick it up right there at this point. Enoch is sent to declare to the watchers that within 120 years they will all be bound in a dark prison of punishment for their sins, and their sons would all be destroyed from off the face of the earth. Noah begins to build the ark. Around this time, only Azazel is bound. Okay, chapter 11. Now we're gonna see this. They make it past this flood, brothers and sisters. Are we all good? All right. Everybody good? All right. All right. Hey, that's a good. Hey, that's a good one right there, Eliyahu. Eliyahu, I'm finna put this link in the chat if you want to come up here. Let me get this link in the chat. And Warriors, you can come up here as well if you want to, brother. Let me paste that. There it is. All right. Let's get back to it. We in chapter 11. All right, we're gonna get to the good part, y'all, but I got to fill you in on what all this is going in the future where we are right now. Okay? Let me get a drink. All right, the giants lament over Azazel being bound, and then they and the watchers, seeing that they were not bound or destroyed, vaunted themselves. When this happened, Gabriel the archangel was sent to incite the giants to commit civil war against themselves and their offspring, and they all began to kill each other. And the watchers beheld the destruction of their families. And when the war of the giants ends with few survivors, all of the fallen watchers are subsequently bound by the angels into a dark prison of punishment. Chapter 12. Noah goes into the ark, and the flood comes and begins to kill all life. But not all the giants are killed by the flood. So they did make it past the flood. Some of them. So, Lucifer Race is still on the earth. And so that's why when you read Matthew 24, as it was in the days of Noah. Let's get that. Let's get that. Let me get it on the screen right quick. Let me get down there to it. Matthew 24. Matthew 24. Red letter. Talk to us, Yeshua. Talk to us. So, all right, let me read this part right here. I got highlighted on the screen for you. It said, Noah goes into the ark, and the flood comes and begins to kill all life. But not all the giants are killed by the flood. So we see, right? So not all the giants was killed by the flood. Brothers and sisters, oh my goodness. Now, this is Matthew 24. We're going to start at verse 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. And you know why the Father didn't tell the angels today? Because they're going to go tell it. They're going to go. They're just like them watchers was up there telling out down that came down here and told all the secrets. That's why the Most High ain't tell them angels everything. All right, verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as for as in the days that were before the flood, they was what? Eating and drinking, married and giving in marriage until the day Noah entered into the ark, and knew not till the flood came and took them all away. So shall it be at the coming of the Son of Man. Uh-oh, my mouth stuck. So you see, brothers and sisters, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be at the coming of the Son of Man. So let's go back. So we seeing that this contaminated DNA made it past the flood, brothers and sisters. So Noah goes into the ark, and the flood comes and begins to kill all life, but not all the giants were killed by the flood. In order to fix this, Yahweh sends Leviathan, and Leviathan begins to kill all the giants and their sons who survive. Oh, Yah only one, alone survives the attacks of Leviathan and kills the Leviathan. The archangel Raphael is sent by Yahweh. I'm gonna say Yah. I don't like saying that name. Yah, in order to punish Yah for killing the Leviathan and to finally restore the earth to purity. Yah is killed and bound in a dark prison of punishment with the watchers, with the fallen watchers. But they still here. Now watch this. Let's skip on down. Listen to this. The flood being over, and the giants and their sons still remaining on the earth without bodies, became evil spirits and are giving by a law by the angel of Yah how they are to live if they want to avoid being sent to a dark prison of punishment that the watchers were sent to. And this explains how the Nephilim came to be on the earth after the flood. Oh man, that's heavy. Scroll down, Mikael. Scroll on down. Got to go on down, brothers and sisters. Now this gets into the evidence of the giants, and it's something here I want to show you. I should have marked it, but I find it. So it gives you a map where all the giants was at and where their bones was at. So all of this is around the Isles of the Gentiles, brothers and sisters. You know that, right? Now let's scroll down. It's a part I want to read to you. I'm just trying to find it. So this diagram here. Now, don't y'all know one of the offspring of the Nephilim is a Caesar of Rome? Uh-oh! I'm gonna say it again. Don't you know one of the offspring of the giants was a Caesar of Rome? Uh-oh! Let's read this. These skeletal figures represent just a few giant human remains unearthed and documented in historical records, along with historical accounts of Goliath, who had 3 brothers as big as he. Og, king of Bashan, whose bed was 13.5 long, and Maximus Thrax, a Caesar of Rome. What? What? And here he is standing, the Caesar of Rome, that was is from that offspring. He is 8'6". He's right here where my mouse is. He was 8'6", and he was a Caesar of Rome. Now, let me read up on this. During the Cretan War, about 205-200 BC, a massive giant skeleton was discovered on the island. This giant was measured at the length of 33 cubits and equates to nearly 42 feet. The Roman Lucius Flaccus, was a notable eyewitness of the giant bones, and the Greek writer under the Roman Emperor Hadrian also mentions the discovery of several giant skeletons. In the included chart of the giant fossil remains findings around the world features the 36-foot skeleton found by the Carthaginians. Okay, I guess I said it right. But it's a part I wanted to show y'all. So we see that one of the Caesars of Rome was from the offspring of those giants, right? And man, I should have marked it. It was very important. I'm gonna find it. Just give me a second, family. Okay, so when we get right here, it talks about King Bashan. So let's read this right here, right quick. The sons of Joseph were authorized to invade the land of the giants. That's what we. That's what the promised land, Israel, right? Those were the Hittites, the all those ites was it, right? And so it says the sons of Joseph were authorized to invade the land of the giants, and Og, the king of Bashan, of Bashan, and last sovereign of the Ashtaroth dynasty, encountered Moses at Edrei, where he fell with his sons and all his people until there was none left, and they, the Israelites, possessed the land. Numbers chapter 33, 34, and 35. Now, watch this. Deuteronomy 2 and 11. It's giving us accounts of these giants. It says, which also were counted giants as the Anakims, but the Moabites called them Emims or Emies, or how they say it, right? Y'all know I butcher names. Y'all bear with your brother. All right. So Deuteronomy 3 and 13. The rest of Gilead and all Bashan became the kingdom of Og. King Og was the giant. gave, and this was after the flood, by the way, gave I unto the half tribe of Manasseh all the region of Argob with all Bashan, which was called the land of the giants. So it gives us scriptures about these encounter, the Israelites, our ancestors, encountering these giants, right after the flood. By the way, so this gives us scriptures to back up the claim. Now, Joshua 12 and 2, and the coast of Og, king of Bashan, which was the remnant of the giants that dwelt at Ashtaroth and Edrei. Joshua 13 and 12, the kingdom of Og and Bashan, which reigned in Ashtaroth and in Edrei, who remained the remnant of the giants, for these did Moses smite and cast them out. Now, they found giants also, giant bones in the Americas, especially in the United States. And let me scroll down. It's gonna show you a picture of it. This is one of them. These are one of the giants. Let me shrink my screen a little bit. This is one of them. That thing's tall, y'all. I think that's about 9, 8 feet right there. This was found in the Americas in a coffin, in a cave. Let's scroll down. So I want to read this part. As the book of Enoch testifies, and as other texts of the same body of knowledge tells us, some men worship these giants only to have them eventually turn on them. And we read how they turned on them. So this is doing this. This is coming out of. I think this is Samaritan stone. These were the Samaritans at that time, and they was worshiping these giants as well. Okay, let me scroll down. Yeah, this the part I wanted right here. Now listen to this. Y'all, these things can shapeshift. Watch this. I'm gonna start right here. This is how it starts off. But anyway, this is coming out of the Sumerian tablet. Is the father. This come out of the Sumerian tablet, brothers and sisters. They and it lines up with what we just read from Enoch out of the book of the giants, the watchers, or whatever. This lines up. The Samaritans gave an account of this. Listen to this. And took in the presence all the helpers that were in the heavens, and the angels themselves descended from the heaven to the earth. And when the 200 demons saw those angels, they were much afraid and worried. They assumed the shape of men and hid themselves. So they can shapeshift, y'all. And the angels, I'm sorry, where I'm at. They're okay, they hid themselves. Thereupon the angels forcibly removed the men from the demons and laid them aside and put watchers over them, the giants. Worse, it's missing fragments, so it's skipping like that. Were sons with each other in bodily union. All right, so they were these things can shapeshift, and the scriptures also say, be careful because you may be what, entertaining angels. It's still going on today, brothers and sisters, and we not know. We might done talk to one of these things and don't even know it. Okay, yeah. All right, let me say something. Hold on, fam. Okay, yeah, this is the giant I was telling y'all about that was found in San Diego, California. I told you they finding these things all over the place. Let's read this. The mummy remains of the giant were unearthed in a cave near San Diego, California. It was discovered by a party of prospectors and was displayed at the Atlantic Exposition. While a number of Smithsonian scientists were there, they asked permission to examine it, and when consent was given, applied their tapes and found that it measured 8 feet 4 inches from the crown to the heel. The body lied rest in a 10-foot coffin. The excavator agreed to sell it for $500 to the Smithsonian, of which sold it more recent days to be unknown to a private collector. So this thing is somewhere. I don't know if it's still in the Smithsonian, but who knows? But we got a picture of this giant, and this is another one that was found, and it was 8 foot tall in a 10-foot coffin. So, man, y'all, there's another part I wanted to give y'all before I go. I thought I wrote it down. I mean, had it highlighted. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna read y'all this part right here. I think it's very important that we know this stuff. So when we get into our second part, you'll understand that this stuff is still on the earth. So we just read this earlier, but it's mentioning it again. It says, notice how that it is specific to a definite degree. Well, it was seen that their days were numbered as a curse, and that perhaps they couldn't die until 500 years had been allotted to them. Keep in mind that Yah was not pleased at all with that the fallen angels had done, and was using this as a testament against them for the breaking his laws. They wanted their giant sons to have eternal life like they had, but Yah denied their plea for this. Although the exact contents of the petition of the fallen angels had Enoch delivered to Yah is not known to this verse appears to be logical response to one of the things the fallen must have included in it regarding their sons' length of life. Furthermore, in regards to their hybrid status, half man, half angel of existence, we encounter with the terms and conditions of their afterlife as the book of the words of the righteous tells us. This is in the book of Enoch. So Enoch chapter 5, 28, verses 28 through 30 reads, and now the giants who are produced from the spirits and flesh shall be called evil spirits upon the earth, and on the earth shall be their dwelling. Evil spirits have produced their I'm sorry, evil spirits have produced from their bodies, because they are born from men and from watchers, is their beginning and primal origin. They shall be evil spirits on the earth. Evil spirits shall they be called. And the spirits of the giant. Now this is going on right now. 2. And it says, and the spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth, and cause trouble, and take no food, but nevertheless hunger and thirst, and cause offenses. So this is what Paul was talking about. We war not with flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places. These are these wicked spirits, these giants who died, these spirits that roam the earth. These are the wicked principalities and powers that attack mankind daily. Okay? Now, I read y'all the book of the Testament of Solomon. I'm going to end it right here, right? And it says, not having souls, once the giants had died, they became roaming spirits of the earth, being able to inhabit the bodies of men and women and animals. and other forms. So another testament to that. So you see that these spirits, these wicked spirits, they can inhabit bodies of men and women, animals, and other forms. So y'all remember when Christ cast those spirits out of that guy, they went into those pigs, and those pigs ran off a cliff. So we see that this is not far-fetched, brothers and sisters. This stuff is still going. So wicked spirits are still inhabiting human beings and animals and other forms. These, I told you, these things can shapeshift. So when you go into the Testament of Solomon, it gives you the name of these demons or these wicked spirits. And it gives you their function in the earth. Now, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 70. And there came before my face another enslaved spirit, having obscurely the form of a man with glooming eyes, and bearing in his hand a blade. And I asked, Who art thou? But he answered, I am a lascivious spirit, engendered of a giant man who died in a massacre in the time of the giants. I said to him, Tell me, what art thou employed upon the earth, and where thou hast thy dwelling? So you got to go, like I said, we done read this before. If y'all remember, I did the lesson on the Testament of Solomon. But I'm gonna click on it, and you can see Solomon, one of the archangels gave Solomon a ring to bound these wicked spirits. And these wicked spirits, Solomon had control through that ring to control those wicked spirits, and they helped build the temple. So you can read that in the Testament of Solomon. But I'm telling you right now that this Lucifer Race stuff that we read about, that they put in them vaccines, this stuff's still on the earth today. They and I want to prove that in part 2. So that'll be the end of the lesson. And you can look some of this stuff up yourself. And I on our next lesson, I'm gonna go in deeper detail about after the flood, and it's gonna blow your mind. What you say, Brother Warriors? Send me a link to that PDF. All right, bro, no problem, no problem, not a problem at all. Who else we got up in there? We got MC to the X Project. I'm just reading y'all some of he said they hiding it like other proof of what these heathens are, so that no one can bring it out. Yeah, they trying to suppress it, but man, we on to them. Yep, that's right, Warriors. They be collecting that DNA. You know they got the DNA off them giant mummies they found. You know they did. All praises, all praises. So yeah, we got Eliyahu coming up next in the next hour. Let me see. Yeah, in 45 minutes, his brother Eliyahu will be up. All praises. I just wanted to get this first part out of the way so y'all can kind of meditate on it. So when we go in part 2, we're gonna go gun. We're gonna hit the ground running. We're gonna chop, 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 chop this information on down to you, so you'll know, and you can kind of have a idea on how you need to move in the earth. Oh, y'all want the PDF? Okay, hold on, fam. Let me quit running my mouth. Let me get my family this PDF. I'll put it in the chat. Come on, thing. Y'all, hold on. There we go. Let me get back over there to it. Uh. Here it come, family. Here it come. Did it post? Yeah, I see it posted. Yeah, that's the PDF. All praises. There it is in the chat. You should be able to click on that. I hope. Yeah, y'all should be able to click on that. I hope so. Warriors, can y'all click on that? Did that link show up? Did it show up like it's supposed to? Somebody let me know it's working. I'll try something else. But that's the PD. Okay, it works. All right. So that's the PDF for that for that book of Enoch. It gives you all. Let me share this. It gives you all the books. It's the complete book of Enoch. You got it all right here in one book. And I'm gonna get to the table of contents. You got these. Let me try to blow it up so y'all can see it a little bit better. So we got the book one, the Watchers. It goes into that. It gives you an idea. It even talk about the birth of Noah. You know what I'm saying? And then you go down. You got the secrets of the parables. Enoch is taken. The luminaries of heaven, the heavenly tablets. 1 year to record. You got all of this at your fingertips. Then it give you extra books like what the evidence of the giants, the book of the giants, what we just read, the Dead Sea Scroll chart. You get the Testament of Solomon and reference to Enoch and other manuscripts. All praises. You get all of that. Yeah, you get all of that. But I hope that the book of the giants filled in the missing parts to Genesis 6. So we know what was going on, how it went on, and how the Most High dealt with it, and the aftermath and the consequences of what we see today in this AKA modern time of man. So now we understand when we read Matthew 24, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be to come in the Son of Man. This same DNA splicing is going on today because they're doing it right here in our face. All praises to the Most High. It works. Okay, good. Good. So I'm gonna end it, y'all, right there, and we'll get to part 2 soon. All praises. So let me stop sharing this screen and get y'all up out of here. Eliyahu, you on deck, brother.
They will start reading books, and they will realize that the world is so much bigger than the world they live in now. They will never be content to be a slave again. And whatever you do, don't ever let a slave read the Bible. That's the magnitude of reading.
This could be you. I thank Yahweh that I made it. He got me out of the matrix. I got a new beginning. I no longer live in sin. I owe him my life. He is the potter, cause he molded the devil. I got new eyes. He changed the scene. Something you see on the movie screen. I thank Yahweh that I made it. He got me out of the matrix. I got a new beginning. I no longer live in sin. I owe him my life. He is the potter, cause he molded the devil. I got new eyes. He changed the scene. Something you see on the movie screen. It's something in my heart is telling me that something ain't right in this church. I close my eyes and I feel something ain't sitting right with this worship. Deep in my heart I feel guilty. They really run this like a business, running service back to back like clockwork. I feel like I'm singing for Disney. I ain't never even met the pastor. The choir members don't even know my name. I stand looking like a pastor. Nobody even got a face with a shame. Everybody acting like this is normal. Sometimes don't even say the word good morning. I'm not the only one with the discernment. I can hear the preacher watering down the sermon, but I was searching for some answers. Cause in my life I was going through some problems. Even if I had to fix some dances, I was looking for somebody to solve them. Time and time again I was let down. Dealing with Christians, they will disappoint you. Don't put your trust in man. This is my real life testimony. I thank Yahweh that I made it. He got me out of the matrix. I got a new beginning. I no longer live in sin. I owe him my life. He is the potter, cause he molded the devil. I got new eyes. He changed the scene. Something you see on the movie screen. I thank Yahweh that I made it. He got me out of the matrix. I got a new beginning. I no longer live in sin. I owe him my life. He is the potter, cause he molded the devil. I got new eyes, he changed the scene. Something you see on the movies. The system was never designed for us. We never been completely set free. I studied the law like a syllabus. We still in the land of our enemies. Nothing new under the sun. We still complaining we miss Mitzrayim. We can summon the power above. He is the right hand in the Shemayim. If I tell you he walked this earth, would you believe me? Would you believe?
Well, I'll be sure. I didn't believe it when they said one of you made your way out here. It looks like you were a long way from Shamrock Farms. I didn't know the forecast was causing for snow. It's looking a little clear to me.
We were just stopping through because we heard the town had amazing food.
Oh, yes. It's good food out here. Good eats, good seasoning. But, we don't really take too kindly to you coming out here and, scaring the locals. If we wanted to get hypothermia, we'll go out to the ski resort in Colorado. Anybody ain't told you that this is a good old sun-up town, so you got about a good hour. What's it say? It's getting better. With that here. About 5 more minutes before that sun get nice and hot. And we want you to get out of here safely now. We wouldn't want the milk to spoil. That's your cue to get the fuck on.